I'm James. Welcome to the Flocked In Garage. Today we're going to talk about tire pressure. It's not as straightforward as you think. Let's get into it. We're going to work with, fortunately we have two Audis, so we have two demonstrator models. Got the 2020 SQ5 and a 2021 Audi R8V10 RWD. Let's take a look. Generally speaking, with Audis, well, generally speaking with any cars, there's a couple different ways that you can find out what tire pressure you're actually supposed to have in your car. The first way is there is a tire rating or tire pressure rating on the car, it's on the tire itself. Like these here will say a maximum PSI of 50. So that means that you can't put more than 50 PSI in the tire. That is not the recommended tire pressure. Let me show you the second way. Second place to get tire pressure for your car is inside your driver's side door. It's either going to be located on a sticker right in here, but on the Audis, it's located right here. And as you can see, it's got the original manufacturer's tires, and then your PSI is right here. And this is measured at cold. So it's measured at normal room temperature, not after you've been driving the car. And as you can see right here, it's 49 pounds on the front and 48 pounds on the rear, which is pretty high for our tires, in my opinion. With Audi, that's not necessarily the tire pressure that you want. Let me show you the third place to look for tire pressure. In mine too. All right, so the R8 had a maximum tire pressure of 50. Recommended tire pressure was 49 and 48, right? Let's see what the book says. I always find this crazy when you find discrepancies like this. But so page 221 of the 2021 Audi R8 owner's manual, you find your type of tires, what type of car. So I have an R8 Coupe. The other option is an R8 Spider. You come to the next column and you find your tires. I have Michelin's, and they are, the front are 245/30 ZR20s, and the rear is a 305/30 ZR20. And if you look across, max load for those tires, see if we got this is the rear. As you can see, this is the column for the rear. We go down, and with the Michelin tire, the max pressure for the rear, with the pressure at a maximum load is 48 pounds. The pressure for the fronts, the pressure for the fronts is 49 pounds. So that equals, that equates to the door pressure. I found it on both vehicles, when you put the tire pressures to 49 and 48 on this car is all over the road. It's too much tire pressure for the amount of weight that's on the car if you just have one or two drivers or one or two passengers. Not that you can have more, even though it does say up to 2 passengers on the R8. Rides like crap. Very bumpy, very darty, feels like you have a crappy contact patch. And generally speaking, if you have too much air in the tires, you have a smaller contact patch, you may get a little bit better fuel efficiency, but the handling can be awful because you don't have near the traction that you normally have, and you'll get weird wear patterns on the tires because the tire will tend to crown because it's got more air in it. If you don't have enough air in the tire, then the tire will tend to flatten out on the bottom, and you'll have a larger contact patch. It will grip better, but you'll get worse mileage. And if it's not enough air in it, you'll definitely have quicker wear on the tire. So you want to use what the appropriate amount of air is in the tire, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, again, Coupe, Michelin's, here are the tire sizes. 305s that we've got the tire rating on the door is 48. With normal load up to 2 people, the actual appropriate tire pressure is 36. So that is a huge difference. That is 12 pounds difference. It's a 3/4 of what the tire pressure is according to the rating plate. And if you look at the other tire, it is 41 pounds on a normal load up to 2 people. So just to clarify, with these Michelin tires, on the rear, you put 36 pounds when the car is cold, the tires are cold, and 41 pounds on the front. It's a big difference in tire pressure, and it made a big difference in how the car handled. I went ahead and filled it up to the 49 and 48, rode like crap, took it down to the 36 and 41, and it's back to that amazing driving machine that you know as the R8V10. So that's the R8. Looking at the Audi SQ5, which, yes, it's dirty. We've been driving in the snow. And these tires suck in the snow, regardless. Again, the maximum tire pressure on these tires is 50. Actually, it's 51 PSI. So all 4 tires, it's a square setup. They're all the same size tires. So all 4 tires, the maximum PSI is 51. The actual door rating, again, you can find it right inside the door here, is 41 on the front and 44 on the rear. So 41 on the front, 44 on the rear. Now let's see what the book says, because I did do that. Awful. Very darty, very crappy in the curves, no traction. Kind of a scary driving experience. Okay, now this is the 2020 Q5 owner's manual, and this is the tire pressure chart. And we have the SQ5 with the 3-liter, 6-cylinder. There's a couple different sizes listed in the owner's manual for tires. And there's also a different notation on the tires also. You don't just need to know that they're 255, 45 R20s. You also need that number there, the 101W. Now when we go back to the owner's manual for the SQ5, they're 255, 45 R20s, and it's a 101W, right? And then again, you see these maximum load numbers out here. The front's 41 and the rear is 44. If you come across the actual rating with a load of up to 3 people in the car, I guess they're normal sized people, is 35 on the rear and 36 on the front. So 33 on the rear and 36 on the front. For the tires that I have, yours may be different. It may be these ones below it. And you can see there is a difference depending on that last little number on there. Now again, that's several pounds different for the SQ5, and that made a crazy driving experience if the tires were overflated. On a curvy road, we've got 10 miles of 50-mile-an-hour roads, and that's a lot of fun to drive, but it was not a lot of fun to drive when the tires were overflated. Okay, so in conclusion, you got to have the owner's manuals in order to charge your tires correctly, or you may have an issue when you get out there on the road. So you have the owner's manual. You need to use the numbers off of the factory tires. If you buy different tires, those numbers could change. And if they're not what normally comes on the car, it's kind of a guessing game a little bit, because you won't have an owner's manual to refer you to what the tire pressures are supposed to be, especially if you change sizes. So the best way to do this is to check your tire pressure before you drive the car, and then adjust your tire pressure according to the manual and that will get you the safest, longest lasting, best performance tire pressure that's designed for the vehicles. That's what the engineers tested the vehicles with. Hope that helps. Once you get those tire pressures correct on your vehicle, you'll want to go into the MMI system and lock in those tire pressures, and I'll put a link down below. We already have a video on how to do that, where you go into service and checks and find tire pressure and go ahead and lock those new numbers in. And what that will do is, if you get a tire that's a little bit low, it will alert you based on what that tire pressure was that you locked into the system. If you've got a new car and they haven't appropriately locked the correct tire pressure in, which is what happened with this one when my wife was driving it, it let all the tires get down below 30 pounds of pressure before the tire sensor came on. And that's a mess. So once you lock those in, then you'll get the appropriate warning at the appropriate time. That's all I got. Thanks for joining us at the Full Octane Garage. If you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and check out Melissa at Driving with Melissa on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok also. We'll see you soon at the Full Octane Garage. And leave us comments. Don't forget, leave us comments. What do you do? How do you check your tire pressures? What have you run into? Is there anything weird with any other brands? Just let us know. Maybe we'll make another video. Thanks for joining us at the Full Octane Garage.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here, and the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost, but you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe.